Have you ever walked down a bustling city street on a hot summer day and then turned a corner into a shady, tree-lined park and felt an instant drop in temperature? It's not your imagination. You've just experienced an urban microclimate. These are small pockets within a city where the weather temperature, wind, even humidity is noticeably different from the surrounding areas. It's a fascinating phenomenon that shows just how much our built environment shapes our world, right down to the air we breathe. So, why does one part of the city feel like an oven while another feels like a cool oasis? Today, we're going to explore the hidden weather systems of our cities. From the towering canyons of skyscrapers to the cooling embrace of a simple park. Let's dive into the science behind urban microclimates. At the heart of this whole concept is something called the urban heat island effect. It's a term you might have heard before, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Our cities act like islands of heat, often several degrees warmer than the rural or suburban landscapes just a few miles away. But why? The main culprits are the materials we use to build our urban jungles. Think about it. Cities are covered in dark surfaces like asphalt roads and concrete buildings. During the day, these materials are experts at absorbing and storing solar radiation. They soak up the sun's energy like a giant sponge. Then, as evening falls, they slowly release that stored heat back into the atmosphere. This process keeps the city warmer long after the sun has set, unlike natural landscapes like forests or fields, which reflect more sunlight and cool down much faster. The sheer density of these heat-absorbing surfaces in a downtown core creates a persistent bubble of warmth that can have significant impacts on everything from our energy bills to our health. Now, let's look up. The architecture of a city plays a huge role in creating these microclimates. The towering skyscrapers that define our skylines create what urban climatologists call urban canyons. These deep, narrow streets flanked by tall buildings dramatically alter how sun and wind behave. During the day, the canyon walls can block direct sunlight from reaching the street level, creating shady, cooler spots. However, these same walls also trap heat. The sunlight that does hit the buildings and streets gets absorbed, and the heat is then radiated back and forth between the buildings, struggling to escape into the open sky. This is why a sun-drenched plaza surrounded by tall glass buildings can feel incredibly hot, as the sunlight reflects and intensifies within the enclosed space. The materials matter, too. Glass-heavy facades can reflect sunlight onto neighboring areas, creating unexpected hotspots. Older brick or stone buildings, on the other hand, have high thermal mass, meaning they absorb heat slowly during the day and release it slowly at night, contributing to that lingering nighttime warmth of the urban heat island. Wind is another critical factor shaped by city architecture. In the open countryside, wind can flow relatively unobstructed, but in a city, buildings act like a massive, complex obstacle course. This can completely block the wind, leading to stagnant, stuffy air in sheltered courtyards or on the leeward side of large structures. This lack of air circulation makes hot days feel even more oppressive, but sometimes, the opposite happens. The gaps between tall, closely packed buildings can funnel the wind, creating powerful gusts in a phenomenon known as the wind tunnel effect. You've probably felt this yourself. Turning a corner on a windy day and suddenly being hit by a blast of air that seems to come from nowhere. Urban planners and architects now use sophisticated computer models to predict these wind patterns, trying to design buildings and public spaces that encourage gentle, cooling breezes rather than creating uncomfortable or even dangerous wind tunnels. It's a delicate balancing act to manage the airflow in our concrete canyons. Of course, it's not just the buildings and roads. The very pulse of city life, human activity, adds its own layer of heat. Every car, bus, and truck releases exhaust and waste heat from its engine. Every air conditioning unit pumps hot air out onto the street as it cools the inside of a building. Factories and industrial processes release significant amounts of heat and pollutants into the atmosphere. All of these sources combined create a constant, low-level thermal output that contributes to the overall warmth of the urban environment. This anthropogenic heat, or human-generated heat, is a key ingredient in the microclimate recipe. It's another reason why the densest, most active parts of a city are often the warmest. It's the heat of a million tiny machines all working at once, the thermal signature of our modern urban lives. But cities aren't just concrete and steel. They have a green and blue side too, and these natural elements are our most powerful tools for creating healthier microclimates. The cooling effect of a city park is profound. Trees provide shade, which prevents sunlight from ever reaching and heating the ground in the first place. But they also cool the air through a process called evaporation. Essentially, trees release water vapor through their leaves, a process that consumes heat energy and acts like a natural air conditioner. A large park can be several degrees cooler than the surrounding streets, creating a cool island that offers a vital refuge on hot days. Water bodies like rivers, lakes, and even fountains have a similar effect. Water has a high heat capacity, meaning it heats up and cools down more slowly than land. This helps moderate temperatures, making areas near the water cooler during the day and slightly warmer at night. Recognizing these benefits, cities around the world are getting creative with integrating nature back into the urban fabric. This is where exciting innovations like green roofs and vertical gardens come in. A green roof is a layer of vegetation planted over a waterproofing system on top of a building. It does everything a park does, just on a smaller scale. It absorbs rainwater, provides insulation for the building, reducing energy costs for both heating and cooling, and cools the surrounding air through evapotranspiration. Imagine if every flat roof in a city was transformed into a living, breathing garden. The collective impact on the urban heat island effect would be massive. Similarly, vertical gardens, or living walls, cover building facades with plants, providing shade and cooling, while also improving air quality and adding a stunning visual element to the cityscape. These aren't just cosmetic additions. They are functional, living infrastructure. So, why does all of this matter? Understanding urban microclimates isn't just an academic exercise. It's absolutely crucial for building sustainable, healthy, and comfortable cities for the future. As our planet warms and more people move into urban areas, mitigating the urban heat island effect is becoming a major priority. Extreme heat is a serious public health risk, particularly for vulnerable populations like the elderly and young children. By strategically planning our cities, we can create cooler, safer environments. This means planting more trees along streets, creating interconnected networks of parks and green spaces, and mandating the use of cooler, more reflective materials for roofs and pavements. It means designing buildings that work with the wind, not against it, to promote natural ventilation. It also means investing in public transit and reducing our reliance on heat-producing vehicles. Thinking about microclimates allows us to be smarter and more intentional in our urban design. It helps us decide where to locate a new playground so it's not in a blistering hotspot, or how to orient a new apartment building to maximize sunlight in the winter and minimize it in the summer. It encourages us to see the city, not as a static collection of objects, but as a dynamic, living system. The vision for the future is a city where nature and architecture are seamlessly integrated. Imagine streets shaded by lush tree canopies, buildings adorned with living walls, and rooftops buzzing with life. A city where a walk to the store is a pleasant experience, cooled by breezes flowing through thoughtfully designed green corridors. This isn't a far-off dream, it's a tangible goal that planners, architects, and citizens are working towards right now. By understanding the small climates we create, we can build better, healthier, and more resilient cities for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into the hidden weather of our cities interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content about the world around us. Let us know in the comments if you've noticed any microclimates in your own city. We'd love to hear your stories. See you in the next one.